What does it actually mean to be a high-value person? Well, depending on who you ask, you might get different answers related to status, wealth, education, and even how you relate to others. We believe it's a mix of all the above, plus some extra you might not expect, and guess what? There are some things you can start working on today if you want to increase your value to the market. We know Aluxers are looking to develop their growth mindset, so this video is a must-watch. Make sure to stick around until the end for a special surprise. Grab a drink, open up your notes, and let's find out how you can become the best version of yourself. Welcome to Alux. Number 1. First of all, help other people win. If you help enough people get what they want, you will eventually get what you want. We've put this at the top of the list because honestly, it's one of the best ways you can increase your self-worth. A huge part of the process is understanding that in order to increase your value to the market, you have to provide value to the market. It's a learning experience above anything else. At first, you might not have much to give, but that's fine. We've all got to begin somewhere. Start by learning from others and helping them to achieve their goals, and learn as much as you can from their trials and errors along the way. Actually, let's highlight this point better by telling a little story. When Warren Buffett first approached his future mentor Benjamin Graham way back in 1951, he offered to work for him for free. Warren knew too well the value of the knowledge that he could absorb from one of the most legendary traders on Wall Street. But Graham rejected him at first, saying, "You're overpriced." He knew that Warren would eventually carry on his legacy, so he kept him around but only hired him on after 3 years. Warren Buffett was a huge contributor to Benjamin's work, and some say he's the reason why he decided, in the end, to write his knowledge down. The rest is history, but look at where Warren Buffett is now. He's one of the most successful investors in the world and has a net worth of over $100 billion as of November 2022, making him the world's 6th wealthiest person. And he started off as a novice, helped his mentor win, and what he got in return was a vast amount of knowledge, which over time made him a role model for success. And this, my friend, is an example of increasing your value through learning from others as much as you can. And if you can help them win unconditionally, be sure that they're likely to return the favor. And if not, well, at least you've earned some valuable experience to carry with you. In time when you're feeling more confident, don't forget to thank them for everything they taught you and go out and write the story of your life. By that time, you would have a potential partner, a backpack of knowledge, good relationships, networking, and overall, you would have increased your value. Remember, everything we learn is the accumulated knowledge of thousands of generational thinkers that lived before us. If you can't find a good mentor, you can read and study the lives of the ones you hear about on the internet. It's not the same, but it's a good starting point. Number 2. Become a jack of all trades. In his timeless novel, Time Enough to Love, Robert Heinlein boldly said that specialization is for insects. What he meant by that is a competent person is a stick figure who, besides all their inherent qualities, exhibits a very wide range of abilities and knowledge. In some ways, the competent person is a polymath. In this day and age, this statement probably rings true more than ever because we live in a globalized world. In some ways, the competent person is a polymath. And in this day and age, this statement probably rings true more than ever because we live in a globalized world. Back in the day, being a master of a craft was the way to go because people didn't have access to unlimited information like we do today. They had to specialize in order to survive, but the times have changed. Being a one-trick pony can take you places, but the world has become more competitive than ever and it requires you to be all in. This is a risky approach and it might work, but knowing how to do multiple jobs has its advantages. First, you have a better learning curve. You get to know a lot about different subjects. People appreciate that, and this can have an impact in a social context too. Think about it. Imagine you're in a room with people that work in a lot of different domains. If you're well educated and you know some things about each industry, you can easily spark a conversation. People love to talk about their lives, and if you're able to contribute to that conversation, they will certainly enjoy your presence. This can help you to make new friends, grow your network, and establish the fact that you're a smart individual. It's also a great opportunity to learn from the expertise of others. You can see how this can increase your value as a person. Curious people tend to do this a lot because they want to know literally everything. Of course, that's impossible, but knowing a little bit about a lot of domains, be it economics, geopolitics, philosophy, stocks, crypto, psychology, neuroscience, whatever it is, it'll help you to connect a lot of dots and build a bigger picture of the world that a lot of people lack. It's up to you to decide, and if you feel you have a natural-born talent in a certain niche, then by all means, go ahead and take the world by storm and showcase your skills. But for most people, becoming a jack of all trades is the way to go, especially if you're in your 20s. Just try out different things and see what works best for you. We know you've got what it takes. Besides, that's how most people find their true passion in life anyway, unless, of course, your passion is the world. And number 3, become the CEO of your own life. Now, we saved this one for last because it really brings all of the above together. A high-value person is someone that can take care of themselves, knows how to handle their finances, is independent, and has a healthy relationship with themselves. Yes, we're talking about self-respect here. You have to be confident in your ability to thrive. And the only way you can do that is by showing up every day and getting good results. Yesterday, we released a video about how you can become more independent, and this point relates a lot to that, so make sure to check it out if you haven't. It completes this video really nicely. Becoming the CEO of your own life is a difficult journey, but that doesn't mean it has to take a lot of time. In this regard, we have a special treat for you, Aluxer. Over the weekend, we launched Freelance Mastery, a premium learning experience designed to transform you from employee to the CEO of your life. We spent this past year putting together what we believe to be the best guide into helping you create a company of one. Take control of your money and time and learn how to position yourself in the modern marketplace. Go to alux.com/freelance and enroll now. We're keeping this open for just 1 week. This is it. You'll likely need to reinvent yourself or add additional streams of income if you're to thrive in this new world. This course will help you with that transition. So make the smart decision and start investing in yourself today. Now, coming back to the point, every possible action that you take every day will have a compound effect. Believe us when we say this will bring you a lot of satisfaction because you'll finally get to the point where you have a stable and sustainable life. It all boils down to this. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and with every step you take, make sure to always surround yourself with people that have similar goals. They will motivate you to stay consistent, and whenever times get tough, remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Things are not always going to be smooth sailing, but the journey is worth it because of the transformation that will take place. While writing your story, make sure to always check in on your emotions, give back to others, respect people, and don't let your future success blind you. The best-selling author and founder of The Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday, said it best in his book that shares the same title, "Ego is the enemy." He's so obsessed with this idea that he even got a tattoo on his hand to remind him of this dangerous trap. Your entire value as a human being can be undermined by your own ego if you let it, so keeping it in check will serve you very well in life. Now, that should do it for today, Aluxer. Which point did you resonate with the most? Tell us in the comments below, and also make sure to share with us what was the one thing in your life that made you realize your true value. We're ultra curious to know. And because you stuck with us this far into the video, here's a little bonus. Number 4, never complain about the world. Instead, find solutions. High-value individuals tend to look down on people who act like that. Why? Because they're focused on taking action and not complaining. That behavior, most of the time, ends up in wasted time for both parties, so instead make sure to remain composed when things get tough. Besides, you know your context better than anyone else, so the answers to your questions and problems will always lie within you. It's just a matter of accepting and fixing them. Remember, the best success stories took decades and came from people who endured extreme hardships and fought their way up through the mud. Look at Michael Jordan, for example. He used to sell used clothes as a kid to make a living. That determination is one of the key elements that helped him to become the undisputed greatest basketball player of all time. It was discipline, courage, and the will to overcome his situation. Hardship has the power to build strong character if you choose to overcome it. You have that power, and that, Aluxer, is how you become a true high-value individual.